All right, good morning. So I think today is actually going to be a really cool day. I'm actually about to leave the Colorado Trail and I'll just be on pure CDT. And soon after that, I'm going to be going up to a summit, which is about 13,000 feet high. And then not too far after that, I'll be going over Gray's Peak, Gray's and Torrey's, which are both 14ers, so over 14,000 feet high. And Gray's Peak is actually the highest point on the official CDT route because, I did Mount Elbert, which is the highest point in the Rockies, but that was off the CDT. The CDT actually goes straight over a 14er called Gray's, and often there are mountain goats up there as well, so I'm hoping to see some mountain goats. But yeah, I think there's going to be some really cool views today, and I think there's going to be some interesting kind of scrambling along ridge lines, and the trail's just going to be more rugged and wild feeling than it has been recently. I feel like today is going to be an adventure. From everything that I've heard about what's up ahead from hikers that are ahead of me, it sounds like everyone kind of sees mountain goats in this area and everyone has a fun time sort of scrambling along these rocky ridge lines and crazy views. So I'm really excited. I think today's going to be a cool day. Also, I kind of purposely got up late because I checked the forecast for Gray's Peak and it looks like there's going to be like serious thunderstorms this afternoon. Sometimes it shows like scattered thunderstorms, but it looks like maybe legit heavy rain thunderstorms kind of thing. And so I don't want to be going over the peak in the like mid-afternoon. So my plan is, there was no way I was going to get there in the morning. So the plan is to try and aim to get to Gray's Peak in the evening, like maybe 7 p.m. sort of time, maybe 8 p.m. at the latest. And I think the weather should be pretty good at that point, and maybe I'll get good sunset views up on Gray's Peak. That would be cool. And this morning I only have about 2 miles to do to leave the Colorado Trail and just be on the CDT. But yeah, honestly, I'm really looking forward to it. Last night when I was looking for somewhere to camp, there were just like constantly tents everywhere in every nice spot. So it took a while to find somewhere to camp because there were so many Colorado Trail hikers camping everywhere. And this morning I've already seen so many people coming towards me. Some of them are like playing music out loud at like 8 in the morning. Like, I don't know, it's just, I'm kind of looking forward to just being on my own on the trail for a bit. I think it's going to be nice. And yesterday I think I mentioned that I probably saw more than 100 Colorado Trail hikers. I honestly don't think that's an exaggeration. I wasn't counting, but I think it was over 100. And I was just thinking about it, and I think on the CDT I've probably only met about 50 CDT hikers. Definitely less than 100 CDT hikers. So yesterday in a single day, I'm pretty sure I saw potentially like twice as many Colorado Trail hikers as I have seen CDT hikers. And this is what, like day 50 something on the CDT, and in one day I'm seeing more Colorado Trail hikers. Just crazy. So that was absolutely incredible. All those mountain goats, I mean, I've never seen that many mountain goats so close up. Absolutely just like such an incredible experience. And like such a cool backdrop as well of the mountains. Yeah, that was exactly what I was hoping for today. Amazing. And if you're curious where exactly that was on top of Wise Mountain. Wise Mountain was basically right after I left the Colorado Trail. I left the Colorado Trail and walked up a dirt road and up into the mountains. And yeah, I went on top of Wise Mountain, and there's a little old hut up there, like a little cabin, and just like loads of mountain goats. It's funny, it was like so soon after leaving the Colorado Trail as well. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if there are that many mountain goats anywhere on the actual Colorado Trail. But it's just bizarre, like before reaching the Colorado Trail in the San Juan Mountains, I thought that was like just absolutely spectacular, but it wasn't on the Colorado Trail. And now this, like immediately after you leave the Colorado Trail, you're just surrounded by goats and like crazy views. It's unbelievable. And I do think I have some rain coming for me pretty soon, so I might end up putting the camera away for a bit. We'll see. It's also pretty amazing that there are actual roads, you know, dirt roads, all the way up here. It's really high up, and there are people driving Jeeps and ATVs and dirt bikes and stuff. It looks really fun, and it's really cool that you can get all the way up here, just like drive up instead of hike up like I did. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Alright, so it did actually end up raining quite a bit, and I was up at high elevation, and yeah, I was at like, I think I was going to go over 13,000 feet, and these big storms started coming in, and the rain wasn't so bad. It rained for like 4 hours, but it wasn't like heavy rain, so the rain wasn't the main issue. It's just that like it was thunderstorms, and I looked at the maps and I was like, okay, I'm going to be the highest thing around because I'm going on this ridge line and going over multiple peaks, like on the summit of these like 13,000 foot peaks. So I was like, all right, look, these big thunderstorms are coming in. I kind of either have to wait it out or find a different way around. So the thunderstorms were just getting louder and louder, and it was clear that the thunderstorms were like right above my head basically. So I looked at the maps and I realized there was actually a really easy way around where I could basically drop down into the valley, like following this dirt road, and go through this little town called Montezuma. It's not really a town, it's just a bunch of small, like some houses basically. Nice little place though. And so I walked down into the valley and then wrapped around into the next valley, like kind of behind the mountain range, and can rejoin the CDT here. So that's basically what I've done, and I'm basically rejoining the CDT now. It was like 7.5 miles, like off trail basically, but it ended up being similar mileage, like basically the same mileage as if I was on the CDT. Just I stayed at a lower elevation in the valley rather than staying up on the ridge. I do think it was a good decision. I think it was the right decision because the thunderstorms were like right up there and it would have been the highest thing around, so lightning would have been like a genuine like safety concern, I think. But I did kind of regret it. Like, I don't know, I feel bad like missing out on like a cool ridge walk and going over some summits. I feel like it would have been a really cool part of the trail, even though it was only like actually up high on the ridge for probably only like another 4 miles or something, and then it dropped down. I think those would have been some pretty cool 4 miles. Like, I think it would have been a nice part of trail. So I'm kind of sad that I missed it. But the thing is, even if I did just power through it, I would have been not seeing any views. Like, it would have just been in the clouds, no visibility, just raining. So I wouldn't have had any views anyway. But I do love going on ridge lines where you have a view to your left, a view to your right. So I feel like someday I got to come back and just do those 4 miles. But I don't know, whatever. But obviously, you know, it's not like I have missed anything in terms of walking from Mexico to Canada. I just took a different route. I just went down into the valleys, so not really skipping anything in terms of actually walking to Canada. But yeah, about to rejoin the CDT, and it's going to go uphill from here, and I'm going to summit a 14er called Gray's Peak. So going to be summiting that 14er, hopefully basically before sunset essentially, and then dropping down the other side. And I'm just rehydrating this meal. It's a mushroom risotto. These the brand is called Good to Go, and these are actually really good meals. This one is like 820 calories, so pretty good calorie dense meal, and it's got lots of, like, I don't know, it's just got like vegetables and stuff, and it seems pretty healthy. It seems like a good option. So yeah, just rehydrating this and then also to go with the mushroom risotto, I don't know if it goes well together, but I got some tuna as well. And this tuna brand, because I know you probably shouldn't eat tuna too regularly because of mercury, but this brand, it says the only brand to test every tuna for mercury, and then it says mercury average is 22 times below FDA mercury limit. So I don't know how legit that really is, but I saw this in a shop and I figured I'd pick it up. It's probably better than the other tuna options. So because I've been like, I really like eating these packets of tuna, but I definitely think I shouldn't eat them too frequently just because of mercury, I guess. But they do make packets similar to this which have chicken in them instead. So I've had some like chicken salad packets as well to go with my mashed potatoes. So anyway, just a little update on like food kind of situation. But yeah, I got to get moving now. I'm not taking a long break. I'm just stopping just briefly because I want to get up to the summit before it gets dark, obviously, and then start heading down the other side, as it's getting dark. So yeah, got to keep moving. Alright, so on this day I stopped filming, and I didn't want to leave it kind of on a cliffhanger of whether I was actually going to go on the peak or not. But I stopped filming because it started raining again. And it rained a decent amount. I was expecting it just to kind of not be too bad because it had rained earlier in the day and it wasn't that bad, but it was kind of heavy rain. I got soaked, and I realized I was starting to go up to the peak, and I was like, I'm soaking wet, and the rocks are going to be all slippery up there, and I'm going to be getting up there basically at sunset. And I was thinking about the timing, and I just had to be moving really fast to get to the peak. I knew I'd basically be up there at sunset, and it would be getting dark as I'm descending the other side. And I wasn't really sure what the other side would be like, and I knew I'd still be soaking wet, and the rocks would be wet, and it would get dark. So yeah, anyway, I just decided to camp a little bit before, still like 4 miles from the peak. But yeah, basically when it started raining again, it was like 6 p.m. or something, and it rained until like 7:30, I don't know, something like that. And I wasn't sure, like, I don't know what the conditions would be like when I got up there. But yeah, when it started raining, it was like 6 o'clock, and it rained until like 7:30 or something. And I mean, the forecast was for it to clear up around sunset, but like, do I really want to risk going up there at sunset when it's going to get dark and potentially another like thunderstorm will come in? So yeah, I think I made the right decision. Just go up there in the morning when it will be clear skies.